What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Xman Co. Or should I say Co and Xman, seeing that I'm doing the food today. So let me give you some background. According to Xman, this is a very difficult process and I won't be able to do it. So I'm here to prove Xman wrong and show him that I can really do this, if not better. So I'm going to show you how to make the perfect traditional Paptert today. In English, direct translation, it would be porridge tart. I don't think that sounds completely right, but we'll go with it. So usually, this time of the cook, Xman will introduce us to all the ingredients we have here today. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. First of all, we have some water, milk, maize meal, cheese, whatever cheese you like, your favorite, some cream mushroom soup powder, 2 onions, we have some cream as well, mushrooms, whole kernel corns, peppers, bacon, the best part of the entire dish, and obviously also some spice. We're going to use mixed herbs and salt and pepper to taste. Without further ado, let's get straight into this cook and prepare all the ingredients. Let's start chopping all our ingredients. First of all, we're going to chop the onions. Start by removing the skin, then cutting it in half and dice it from there on. You don't want to cut it too big, but also not too small. You just want it that perfect size. After that, we're going to move over to our mushrooms. Make sure you clean them, which we have already done. I've got an Xman to do that. You don't want to go too small because you don't want them to cook away during this process and completely lose them in the dish. You still want to be able to taste those small chunks. Next, we're moving over to our peppers that you're going to cut into strips and then into small blocks. You want them quite small as you just want them there for flavor but not to overpower the dish. Our bacon we want into small cubes, so we're going to do that. Just continue cutting it until you get cubes. Not too small, because same as the mushrooms, you don't want them to completely disappear. You want to be able to cook them into crispy little bits. Alternatively, you could just buy the ready diced bacon to make your job easier. Then we're going to go over to our cheese and just grate that. Approximately 250 grams, I would guess. You want it nice and cheesy. Now that our fire is nice and hot, we're going to get everything ready for our pap. So first of all, you want to put your skillet onto the fire and add your water. You want to get that to a boiling point. But remember, if it's too hot and boiling out of control, the pap is going to splat back into your face when you introduce it to the water. So be mindful of that. Now we're going to add some salt and pepper to taste. The ratio we're looking for is 3 cups of liquid and 3 cups of maize meal. We find that gives you the perfect consistency. You don't want the pap too runny, but also not all clumpy. We're going to substitute 1 of our glasses of water for a glass of milk for some extra creaminess in the dish. While we wait for our water in the background to start boiling, we're going to prepare the maize meal so long. So our cup of milk is going to go into the maize meal and we're just going to mix that. It is going to be a bit lumpy, but don't worry, it will all work out. At this stage, we're going to add our whole kernel corns to the pap. So pap is steamed, not cooked. Therefore, you have to close the lid to give it time to finish the entire process. Otherwise, you're going to have gritty parts and the pap is just going to be unpleasant. We're going to leave it over medium heat for about 15 minutes and then we'll check back in. While we wait for our pap to cook in the background, I'm going to move over to our sauce that we're going to add to this lovely dish. First of all, we're going to use 250 ml of cream and we're going to add half a packet of cream mushroom powder. After you've mixed this well and all the lumps are out, we're just going to put this aside and let it sit till we're ready to add it to our dish. It's been about 15 minutes guys, and now it's time to check up on our pap. It's about 80% done guys, so it's completely fine. It's still going to cook further once we layer it and bake it. Now it's time to saute all our other ingredients. So we're going to start by putting the skillet on the fire. You don't want to add too much oil as your bacon is already a fatty cut of meat. Now we want to add our bacon to our skillet. We want to do this first as we want it to brown a bit and get a little bit crispy before we start adding all the other ingredients. We're going to leave the bacon to saute for about 3 minutes. After that, we're going to move over to the onions and add that. You want to cook this as well for about 1 to 2 minutes just to get that a little bit softer. We're going to move over to our peppers. At this point, we're going to add our spices. We're going to start off with our mixed herbs and then some salt and pepper to taste. You want to add the mushrooms lastly as they go quite quick, so you don't want to overcook them. Once you've added your mushrooms and your spices, you want to saute it for another 2 to 3 minutes. Last, you want to add your cream and mushroom sauce. You're going to remove your skillet off the heat at this point as you don't want it to curdle. Now guys, probably for the most important step is layering our Paptert. We're going to start off with spraying our dish with some spray and cook. Then we're going to layer it. We're going to do pap, filling, cheese, and just repeat that. Let's get straight into it. So guys, now that we have this entire dish layered, it's time to move over to the Weber. We're going to do indirect heat for about 20 minutes. Everything's already cooked, so we're not worried about that. We just want the cheese to melt and get a nice golden brown color. And after 10 minutes, we're going to turn it 90 degrees as we're doing the indirect heat from one side. So let's get cooking. It's been about 24 minutes, guys, and it's time to take this guy off the fire. Now, guys, it's a moment of truth. Let's dig into this Paptert. The smell is absolutely amazing. And there we go. Now, I think it would only be fair to have Xman next to me. So, Xman, to the front of the camera, please. And there's your mic.
Thanks, Co. I didn't expect this. Right, so take us through. What does it taste like? Right, so let's make sure we get a little bit of everything in there. I'm sure it's piping hot. Cheers, boys and girls. I think Co did a brilliant job. Let's see if it tastes well. Wow,
That's really good.
that's nice. Amazing. Well done.
As I said, it might even be better than Xman.
Co did a brilliant job, guys. This is fantastic. I would really recommend that you go do this at home. Give her lots of love. She did well. I didn't think that she could actually pull this off, but she did. Well done. I'm impressed. So guys, in order for Co to finish this cook, I think she needs to do the outro as well. Off you go.
Guys, you know the story. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. Enable those notifications so you get notified as soon as we upload new videos. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching. This is brilliant, honestly.